very welcome back to Bruntingthorpe, to the 2020 British Grand Prix, and I hope that you can hear me loud and clear. We are slowly working out all of our technical gremlins. This is the D final, D for Delta, currently running, and I can tell you that our host, Paul Upton, was leading it, just as I went to find him, and he may no longer lead it anymore. So, does anybody want to win this? This is your D final. So they'll come round again. I'll tell you who is leading. I believe it's Danny Watts. We will soon find out. No, it's Rob West. Well, just can't believe computers, as I've discovered today. Anyway, Rob West leads from Charlie Saunders, Paul Wales, Danny Watts, and Paul Upton in fifth. So we will follow Rob West. I know he's trying to defend his position, but that looks like he's given away time, and now he's given away the position. Well, he was under pressure there. It was not an easy situation. So Charlie Saunders now leads. Rob West close behind. I'm sure Rob's nerves will settle and he'll be able to pull a challenge. So Charlie Saunders leads. This is your D final from the 2020 British Off-Road Grand Prix. I'm hoping that you can hear us loud and clear. My glamorous assistant, Wanda Butler, is monitoring everything, and she will give me the thumbs down if audio drops, but it shouldn't drop now. Oh, well, that's a problem for Charlie. That's Rob West takes up the lead again. Charlie remains in second. Danny Watts in third. We will follow Charlie, or Rob. He's through. Very, very tight line through there. I'm sure he could carry more speed. Another mistake for Charlie in second place. So that gives Rob West a commanding lead. Down into straight over the single. Into the triples. Doesn't manage to single that. Up onto the platform. Very tight line down the steps, almost driving up on the hose. He was so tight. But I can tell you, Rob leads, and we will now go back and try and pick up Charlie, who is here some 5 seconds behind, just going down the straight. These drivers roughly going at the same pace. Only a couple of thousandths of a second between them on the last lap. So this is Charlie Saunders in second place. So if you are just joining us, this is the D final. I hope you can hear me loud and clearly. We're really trying to do our best for you, but I've had all sorts of unusual problems occur. I can tell you this is the D final, D for Delta, and that Rob West has a commanding lead. Is making his way down the straight. We'll pick up Rob. There he is over the triples and up into the elevated section and down the steps. Charlie Saunders is in second. And Jamie Beasley now has made his way up to third. Danny Watts in fourth. Jay Williams in fifth. And the RC Octane driver, Martin Owen, is in sixth. RC Octane, of course, as you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, is helping us out as Rob West takes the... somebody's hair in the way. Is that a member of the public up on the rostrum? Anyway. Rob West takes that. Charlie Saunders second. Jamie Beasley third. Difficult. Yeah. Now, C final is up next. We'll be back in a second.
That was unlucky. On that double. JC sold final call for booking, four-wheel driver trucks. Final call, if you're not told you're here, you will be removed from the list. Make sure you are booked in, please. Do not assume that we know you're here. We'll see and talk to other people. Hi Joe, are you here? You booked in? Not the trucks. A5. Craig said he's doing it as well. He says, do not talk to him again. Marshal point 9, please. For Marshal point number 9.
So we are back. We just have to very kindly ask some people to move away from our camera. That's okay. So the C final getting ready. Gareth Stanton on pole. Gareth had some pace in round one. I think he even surprised himself. I think he went 8th fastest in round one. Really, really good from the Stantonator. Dominic Nunn second, William Callan third, David Scott fourth, Zach Smith fifth. Let's follow Gareth's dance. Hopefully it goes well for him. This is your C final from the 2020 British Off-Road Grand Prix. So Stanton away, driving for Associated. Neat and tidy. So, well, look at this. Lap one pulling a gap. Has Stanton underqualified? Maybe he has. Maybe he hasn't had such a good couple of days, because you don't often see at the sharp end of racing somebody gap in the field so early. I have to say I'm almost impressed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for Gareth. So. Well, that's how it goes. That's racing, people. You have a massive lead. Well, not massive, but you have a comfortable lead, and then the nerves click in. A mistake is made. And that's what happens. So, Dominic Nunn inherits the lead from Gareth Stanton. Gareth has already recovered to second and will be pushing hard to catch up with Dom. Yasser Magal is in third. I always think it's nice to at least consolidate your starting position in a final. Everyone, of course, wants to win or climb, but going backwards from your starting position is can be depressing. But is Dominic Nunn going to throw this away? No, else. No, he hasn't. He managed to get away with that and has pulled a significant gap now on Gareth. So, as Dominic Nunn has more problems, I can tell you that coming around here, the Dominic Nunn leads. Gareth Stanton second. Yasser Magal is third. John Hazelwood from Nemo Racing fourth. Gareth is gaining on Dominic because he hasn't had he's had some bad laps. Dom Nunn. And that is playing into the hands of the Stantonator. But he's not close enough yet. With about a minute and 40 to go. They'll probably go around about 4 more times, I would say. Dominic Nunn over the line and down the steps, and there's champions rolls, and then there's champions rolls. The car almost accelerated while it was rolling to get back onto its wheels quick enough. That is luck. Stanton still in second, Yasser still in third. So if you are just joining us, this is the this is the C final from the 2020 British Offroad Grand Prix. If you have been watching up to now, you'll know we've had all sorts of technical gremlins. I'm hoping it's sorted now and that you can hear me crystal clear and that we are broadcasting in 1080p. 40 seconds to go. Dominic Nunn over the line, still leads. Here he is, under the rostrum. Hairpin over the 5 fingers. Back jump and around onto the straight. He'll be encountering traffic, but he has a huge gap now over Gareth Stanton. We'll pick up Gareth. Here he is. I cannot tell you how hard this track is. Some of the UK's top drivers having very, very unusual performances due to how tricky the track is. We want to go now and pick up Dom. He's in this group here. So, Dominic Nunn wins the C final. Gareth Stanton is going to be second. Yasser Magal third. And John Hazelwood fourth. So, well, tough on stands, but he'll be back. So the B final makes its way up onto the rostrum. Well, the B final reads like almost like an A final. On pole position, Josh Holdsworth. Second, Greg Williams driving a Yokomo now. Greg Williams, which I believe you only received in the last day or two. Third, Luke Holdsworth. Fourth, Alan O'Brien. Fifth, Callum Niblis. Sixth, Tyler Little. Seventh, Edward Callan. Eighth, Kieran Cox. 9, Jimmy Whitehall. 10, Will Johnson. And 11th, Matt Thompson. This is the two-wheel drive B final. If you're only just tuning in, the two-wheel drive meeting has already been sealed up by Michael Orlowski with a win in leg 1 and leg 2. So Michael Orlowski has won the meeting, but second place is up for grabs. This is the B final. So Josh Holdsworth on pole. We are going to watch. We're going to keep our eye on Josh and his brother Luke in third. Sandwich Greg Williams. All three guys, great racers. So I'm reliably informed that you can hear me loud and clear, which is a huge relief. We are just waiting for the start of the B final. So there'll be 5 beeps and then we're off. B final, we're going to follow poleman Josh Holdsworth to start off with. So Josh leads them way up onto the elevated platform. All of these guys well able to run in A finals as well, of course. So Josh Holdsworth leads under pressure from Greg Williams with the Yokomo, and Greg Williams through. It's a bit too easy. Looks like Josh got a bad landing off the tabletop under the rostrum, but see what he can do now. A couple of small errors from Greg. This is tricky racing with this track. The car seems to be constantly on edge. Oh, lucky. So Greg maintains the lead. Josh on his back bumper, looking for Greg to have a bad bounce or to leave a door open so he can get through. Over the 5 fingers. Back jump down the straight. Very little between these two drivers. Over the single. Rippling over the triple and up onto the platform. Single, double. Very little between these two guys. It's gonna take a mistake. Now, what was the delay on? Is something up with Josh's car? That was quite strange. He sort of came onto the straight and the car didn't go anywhere. So don't understand what's happening there. But we will stick with Greg. Josh is the second car. Let's see if Josh can make inroads into Greg. Greg now in traffic. So I can tell you that Greg Williams now leads, a fairly commanding lead as he goes down the straight. Josh Holdsworth is second, Callum Niblett third, Edward Callan fourth, Matt Thompson is in fifth, Alan O'Brien sixth, Alan O'Brien sixth, Tyler Little seventh. As Greg Williams makes his way down the straight. Here's the single. Almost singling the triple, but not quite. And he's over the line. Let's see how far behind Josh is. So approximately 5 seconds between them. There is a minute and 20 to go, so they'll go around a few more times. There is Josh Holdsworth as Greg just goes up onto the elevated platform. Greg just has to keep it on its wheels to keep this one secure. His car looks particularly stable down over the bank steps. down the straight. Single, nice. Greg over, but oh well. Marshall didn't help, but he still holds the lead. He had enough of a lead. So down to 2.3 seconds now as Greg comes onto the straight and Josh comes onto the straight. There is not a lot in this. One mistake would do it. Greg up onto the elevated platform, down the steps. Josh down the steps. Try and keep these two drivers in the same frame. Here is Greg, followed by Josh. Their pace is so similar that now, race over has been called. All Greg has to do is pop it around the corner. Greg takes it. Greg Williams takes the win. Josh Holdsworth is second. Callum Niblis takes third, Alan O'Brien fourth, Edward Callan fifth, Matt Thompson sixth, Jimmy Whitehall seventh, Tyler Little eighth, Will Johnson ninth, Kieran Cox 10th, and Luke Holdsworth 11th. That was your B final. Now, before our A final start, I just have to go up and get some people to move who are rubbing off the camera. Now, a final leg 3. Hopefully you can all hear me loud and clear and there's not any problems with the stream. We have been doing battle with electronics since yesterday morning and I think we finally got it. So these are your A final drivers. Michael Horlowski has already won the two-wheel drive meeting. But he is competing in leg 3. Second place Lee Martin, third Neil Cragg, fourth Johnny Skidmore, fifth Tommy Hall, sixth Ben Smith, seventh Ben Hugh, eighth Colin Moon, ninth Tommy Arley, 10th Jamie Hall and 11th Will Venables.
A big announcement for you all first look after this race. We've worked out we are halfway through the event. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourselves.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to type something in the chat. Let us know. Well,
all cars being lined up. All marker points covered.
you can let us know.
Okay, looks like we're good to go. So stand by drivers.
If there's a problem, this is A final leg 3.
Here we go.
So Michael Horlowski on pole. And they are off. So Orlowski leads, Lee Martin in second, Neil Cragg in third. Neil didn't run in leg 1, so he needs a big result to beat Lee Martin. Essentially both of them have used their drop score, so it's down to this run. So Orlowski gapping them straight away. Unbelievable pace. His car looks in a different league regarding its stability. He doesn't look like he's having to drive it on a knife edge. He just looks like he looks like he's on a different surface to everybody else, to be honest. So, Orlowski leads. We will full back to Lee Martin and Neil Craig. The battle for second place and second overall. So, Orlowski leads. Lee Martin currently second. Neil Craig third. Tommy Hull fourth. Ben Smith fifth. But at the moment we are going to follow Lee Martin and Neil Craig. See what they can do. Bad bounce, should I say, for Lee. It's allowed Neil rock right up to his back bumper. Michael Orlowski has checked out as he goes up through the elevated section. And Lee and Neil do battle. So, as we found in the lower finals, this could be a case of it'll be the car in front making a mistake that will cause position change rather than the car behind making a move. That's a problem for Neil. It gives Lee a little bit of breathing space, not much, a little bit, as he comes down the steps over the single double. As we watch these two racing for second place in the final and second place overall, I'd just like to take time to thank RC Octane for their support, helping us to get here and bring you this live coverage. RC Octane, of course, is a model shop in the southwest that also runs quite a successful team in the BRCA National Series, and I would encourage you to check out rcoctane.co.uk the next time you are looking for anything competition or hobby related. So, back to this battle for second. I can tell you that Michael Orlowski in first has checked out. He's running down the straight at the moment. Lee Martin in second, followed by Neil Craig. This is the battle for second and second overall. Michael Orlowski having already won the meeting. Oh, that is close. That is close. Where is Neil going to make his move if he makes it? Oh. Well, that is close. Neil all over Lee Martin's back bumper. Lee's car looks more stable, but hasn't quite got the steering that Neil Craig has. So I think they're faster at different points in the track. Oh, well, there. The mistake is made. Champion's roll for Lee Martin, and Neil gets up the inside. Well, I don't think catching and passing Orlowski's an option, so Neil doesn't need to give it everything. But he does need to do enough to stay ahead of a hard-charging Lee Martin.
30 seconds to go.
So 30 seconds left. They may make it through one more time. I think they will. Stake from Lee. A little bit more time cost. So Michael Orlowski wins. 3 out of 3 for Michael. No. Sorry, hasn't won yet. One more lap to go. Well, there's Lee Martin through. I'm speaking too soon. They got through just before the clock finished out. What a move by Lee Martin. So, Neil back through. Well, that is extraordinary. So, Lee Martin makes it through somehow. What a race. What a race. Michael Orlowski wins, Lee Martin second, Neil Craig third, Tommy Hull fourth, Ben Smith fifth, Jamie Hull sixth, William Venables seventh, well done Will, eighth, Tom Yardy, ninth, Kyle Moon, 10th, Johnny Skidmore failed to finish, and Ben Pugh in 11th, also failing to finish well. You can see from there, Lee and Neil, rivals on the track, friends in the pits. What a race. What a race. Absolutely fantastic. We will come back to you with four-wheel drive. For the moment, I have to go away and take some photos. We'll post them on Facebook of the prize giving. It appears that our sound issue is sorted. Hopefully the picture wasn't too disturbed as the track gets changed.